Happy Monday, guys. There we go. All right. Normally I talk about the books coming up this week, but we got plenty of time for that. So, I saw when I logged on Mike Asbill, recent trials and tribulations he's going through. I'm so sorry to hear about that, Mike, about your mom and the tumor. It seems like it has been I don't know, 26 has not been fantastic. Not for me, not for John Castle, obviously. Now Mike Asbill. I know Kenneth Bird was dealing with some issues. Just a weird year. I don't know, man. Anyway, um, got the usual number of suspects, usual books. Um, the giveaway, we can talk about that. The giveaway of the night is The Walking Dead Aftermath number 192 with Michonne cover sketch by Carl C.K. Kent. Hashtag, as always, is EXP Monday, all lowercase. Yeah, it just feels like this has been a weird year. I don't know. A lot of things going wrong. A lot of people in the group going through tough times. I hate to hear it. I hate to hear about Mike Asbill. A lot of driving I know you've been doing and trying to be there for your mom. I hope everything works out. I hope don't know what the options are, but I'm sure you got some people on it. Hope they find a solution. They figure out some way. I know my parents are getting up there in age. My stepmom, a little while ago, a couple of years ago, she had surgery on her brain. It was a pituitary gland. And after that, things have never been quite the same. She fell about a year and a half ago, broke several ribs. I don't know. I'm getting old. I know we all are, but that means if our parents, and we're lucky enough they are still around, it means they're even older. So it's kind of scary, I guess, in a very real way. But Mike, thoughts and prayers obviously with you, and I know the groups with you as well. If there's anything we can do, I don't know what we can do, but certainly you can always come out and ask, and we will do everything we can to try and help you in any way we can. But it's so sad to hear. I know Lyle had a tough time this year as well with his wife. Just seems like that kind of year. I don't know what it is. We've had nothing but wild storms over the last couple of days. Luckily, my house in my area was not flooded, but places close to here, Camden, area called Merchantville, all these within 30 minutes driving distance from here. Monmouth County, I know they got flooded. So when they tell you flash flooding is real, when they get that emergency alert on your phone, pay attention to it, because I usually ignore it. My phone beeps real loud, and then I saw the news, all the local areas that were flooded in the state of New Jersey, and we got some pretty torrential rainstorms. When it didn't happen last night, I thought I just overly cautious again, and then after it was this afternoon, right around my desk area, there's a leak in this roof here in the office. So we had a bucket out to catch that. It was pretty hard. And just to see the local areas that were flooded just from the torrential rainstorm, I think it was around 11 to 12 o'clock during the day today. We got that torrential rainstorm, and just seeing the pictures and videos on Facebook and other places, I'm amazed how quickly the water accumulated. But yeah, it seems like the entire country we just came out of that heat wave that had been lasting for days. I mean, 100-degree days here, real temp, not feel like temp, is just been insane. So hopefully that is the worst of the summer. Yes, the train derailment. Yeah, that was near us, unknown. Yeah, weird stuff going on here. Not too far away. I forget exactly where, but the train derailment was around here, within easy driving distance. So weird. Yeah, so I was scared for about a minute last night because that temporary interruption as the storms were starting to kick up. Ben Salem, yeah, yeah, very close. Unknown, about 45 minutes without traffic, maybe less. Um, and the power went out, came back on like 10 minutes, maybe. But I was starting to panic because it was hot, humid. Um, the power was gone. I was sitting in the dark. It was pretty late at night. I didn't sleep too well. And all of a sudden, the power shuts off, came back on. But you know how that goes. Sometimes it comes back on, and then maybe half an hour later, it goes back off. And then it's off for like a long time. So I was waiting for that shoe to drop as I'm sitting there on my couch in the dark trying to figure out what I'm going to do now. Didn't want to drain my phone because then I have to go in the car to charge it. But it is starting to cool down here today. Still very humid, obviously. Um, yeah, no kidding, Marvel fan. I kind of feel that way myself today. But it has been absolutely nuts with the weather, everything else going on in the world. But once again, if you just joined us and you didn't read the top of the chat, Mike Asbill got some bad news about his mom. He's been back and forth. I guess his mom lives elsewhere, hasn't gotten a lot of sleep, but they found a brain tumor on his mom, and right now things are in flux. So he's trying, figure out, what to do. Yeah, I know it's weird, right? I was thinking, oh, great. I go to all that trouble to make sure the AC is working. I did not have to get a new one, Ed Weird. So I don't know if I updated everyone on that particular scenario, but I may or may not have. I forget what I say. But anyway, so that is a cold open, very cold and kind of not exactly on a bright note, but again, I know this group, best group out there. Kensington, you mean Marvel fan? Yeah, Marcus, right? Um, but this is the best group. I think that when you talk about YouTube, there's no backbiting. There's no back and forth. Very little spam, thanks to Jay. But I think that everyone want to hear about it. So thoughts and prayers out to our buddy Mike. Mike, tell me what you like. I'm going to put a care package together for you as well, like I did for Lyle. Anyone is welcome to jump in, obviously. Give me an idea what you're looking for, but definitely we'll put something in the mail for you. I better write that down because I'm notorious for forgetting about things. Care package. I know it won't help your mom a little bit, but maybe it'll help you a little bit. Take your mind off of what's going on. Doesn't solve anything, but maybe makes the trip a little less bumpy, if you will. All right, so Hangout, gas generator. Oh my God, I don't even want to think about that. All right, so guys, Hangout. We'll be right back, and Robbie's here. No John tonight, but we'll be back in a second. Hang out. Hey, Robbie, what's going on, bud?
What's up, Rex, man? How you doing? I hope you had a great 4th of July. I
It
really
was
do.
uneventful. A lot of storms on Sunday, yesterday, and today as well. So we had some flooding. Obviously, we were gripped in the middle of a heat wave, digit temperatures for multiple days. I think starting on Tuesday of last week, but it is unreal. So now we have big storms and some floods, as I was talking about in the area, like local to us. I couldn't believe it. It's just places that don't normally flood are flooded. We had one guy who lives near where it flooded. I haven't talked to him yet today, but he's working from home because he had some issues with the house because of the storms. So 2 days in a row, man, that's a lot of rain. I think something like, well, I don't know how accurate the Apple app is, but it says something to the effect that in the last 24 hours we had like 4 inches of rain, 4.5 inches of rain.
Wow.
That's a lot for us.
Yeah, that's a lot. And that flash flood and stuff is real, man. You know,
Yeah,
it really can happen, man.
Yeah, definitely. So how was yours, bud?
Oh, it was good, man. Just got to, I had to work a little bit, but like then I went and me and the girlfriend went and hung out with a bunch of our friends, and we just had a good time playing music, being silly, having a few drinks. We had some good food. I had gotten a pasta salad recipe from Mr. John Cole, and it went over
Okay.
tremendously. Went over tremendously. Everybody loved it.
Great. Did you get this one right?
He
As
did get
opposed to
this
the
one right.
coleslaw?
He did get this one right. So, so that's two John Cole recipes I've gotten over the last 2 weeks.
He knows his stuff.
Everybody loves it. I know.
Man knows his stuff.
That's why I go to him. That's why I'm like, hey man, pasta salad, let's go. So yeah, it was really good, man. Of course, John always has to do everything different, so it uses spaghetti noodles instead of your normal like shell pasta or something like that you get in a pasta salad. But the texture was really good.
Or something like that.
Yeah, instead of something like that, it was spaghetti, but it was very good, very good.
So, what is the movie of the night?
Bro, we are kicking off Action Fest tonight over at PCP Movie Night. We're going Van Damme crazy this year. So tonight we're talking about Lionheart, the 1990 Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I know I've seen this one.
Yeah, it's a good one. It was after the success of like Bloodsport and Kickboxer, and this is the one where his brother dies and he escapes the Foreign Legion so he can go and try to earn money to pay his medical bills for his niece and sister-in-law by street fighting. So there you go. It's pretty cool.
That was not the one where he's in the Foreign Legion, right? That was a good movie, actually.
Yeah, that's Legionnaire, right? Isn't that one?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this one he's in it at the very, very beginning, but he goes AWOL.
I have to say that Legionnaire was probably one of his most critical works, if you will.
Yeah.
The movie did not turn out the way most of his movies do. Forrest Whitaker was in that movie? I did not know that.
Which one?
I don't know. Ed Weird said.
Which one you talking about, Ed Weird?
Was he in that? Oh, no. He was in Bloodsport, wasn't he? Or Kickboxer?
Is he in one of those movies? It's been a while. He might be.
I think it was Bloodsport. Yeah. The one where he fights Tong Po? Kickboxer. That's the one.
Okay, word.
I think. I don't remember. But first
it's Bloodsport.
It was Bloodsport. Okay. He was definitely in one. I remember it now. Because there's that scene, because he's a MP, I guess.
Yes, that's right. He's like the agent or something coming to
find with the other guy, the older guy, and yes, Bloodsport. That's right. I remember that. Yeah, before his career really took off, I guess. So, all right. So the movie tonight is Lionheart. I don't remember it though. I know I've seen it.
It's on Tubi. So if you're feeling action festy, it's on Tubi and it's a fun one to watch. I'll tell you that.
It's definitely been a while. I've seen Bloodsport recently, Kickboxer recently. What channel is it that I watch that's free? Shoot, not Tubi. Oh, I can picture the commercial in my head right now. Frank Dukes, that's right. That was Bloodsport. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was Roku. What's it called? Not Sling. It really bugs me now.
Pluto?
Pluto, that's it. Thank you, Jay. So apparently they have streaming movies as well. So I watched a bunch of them last night, waiting for the storm. Yeah, so Pluto's not bad. Free channels, decent movies. They had Top Gun Maverick. That's what got me started. So saw that again. It wasn't too bad.
It's a good movie, Top Gun Maverick.
It's like a formula though. I could see the similarities to the first Top Gun.
Yeah, and Star Wars, right? Little Star Wars in there too.
Thank you, Marvel fan. I thought so. So apparently, I talked to my daughter about it, whom I watched the animated series with, and she hates the live action series. Apparently, I was shocked. They're purists, I guess. And I asked her. I was with her this weekend. I asked her about it, and she tells me she hates it. I'm like, what? Compared to the movie? You got to be kidding me. So I do have a question though. So I do want to bring up something controversial. So I'm sure everyone's heard that what's his face is that the red card ban has been lifted for the game against Belgium. Did you hear about this?
No, I don't know what we're talking about. One of our
The
players?
UFC World Cup.
Yeah, is it one of our players was red carded and was suspended
He
or
was red
something?
carded last game, and apparently it was not something you could appeal, and he was suspended for the next game. And then some shenanigans were going on clearly, and then now it has been rescinded. Belgium tried to protest, and were told they could not. So very strange.
No, I hadn't heard anything about that, but that game's in like a couple of hours, right? It's just a couple hours away. Man, there've been some crazy things, man. I honestly, I know somebody told me to watch out for Norway, but I was surprised that Brazil got knocked out, to be honest with you.
No, I kind of have to agree with you. Okay. So apparently Trump picked up the phone, made a call to the president of FIFA. FIFA is so corrupt. I'm not a soccer fan, so I apologize. I don't know any of the names. I've read that he should have been red carded because he was red carded after they looked at the review and did it in slow motion. And you're not supposed to use slow mo or still photography to capture what happened. And he was given a red card after that. So I don't know anything about soccer, so I can't argue that. It's not like American football where I know what I'm talking about. But he was red carded, and you could argue whether it's fair, unfair, whatever the case may be. But apparently, Trump made a call, and the red card was suspended. And then Belgium, obviously pissed about it, appealed it, and were told they could not appeal. So, look, I think the problem is this. Regardless of what side of the fence you are on that, if the U.S. goes and wins and takes the whole thing, wins the World Cup, okay,
Which is highly unlikely to happen, but if it did, the optics on that would look really, really bad.
You've got to have an asterisk next to it, right? I'm sorry. You just kind of have to do that, because if you're going to argue that Ruth's home run record, okay, stands because they played less games than, and you're going to put an asterisk next to Maris's name, which was since removed, but they had a point there. Okay, it's not apples to apples; it's more apples to oranges, because more games means more time to achieve the feat. So I got to say that not something I would have done. I think it's a bad look. I think that any win can now be argued that, well, the U.S. team cheated by doing what they did. And to a certain degree, I can't disagree with that. Steve V, you are absolutely right. The women's U.S. soccer team has always been better than the men's. Yeah, unknown. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. And I'm actually a Bonds fan because he had the least amount of strikeouts that season. Not like Sosa, not like McGuire. Strikeout kings. Got walked a lot because
Yeah,
people
Bonds
forget
got
him.
walked so much, man, especially during those later years, man. I
Yep.
mean, it almost got so like boring. I think at times the league had to step in and be like, y'all need to pitch to him, man. People are watching, man. Like we got ratings to do to do.
But I have to admit, he was on roids. McGuire was on roids, and Sosa was on roids.
Yeah, for sure. And who knows how many great players throughout history were on whatever, right? So like I don't know, man. I'm a baseball kind of guy, so I'm like I don't care about the asterisks. Like use them if you want, big deal, whatever. I can. It's still it only gives you so much of an advantage. You still have to know how to hit the ball. You know what I'm saying? But but I will say the 2017 Astros, they should have had their title stripped. I'm just going to say
I
that.
agree. I totally
There you
agree
go.
with that. But definitely Bonds, Sosa, McGuire, none of them really deserve it. Okay. Oh, no problem, Mike. We were talking about it a little bit. I didn't realize you had exited the room. Again, everyone, just so you know, yeah, Infantino. That's the president of FIFA's name. So corrupt. Um, Beyond that, they were corrupt in the way they did dynamic pricing of the tickets. That was their excuse. We're trying to beat out the scalpers. No, you weren't trying to beat out the scalpers. You were trying to become the scalpers. You were trying to keep all the money. Okay. FIFA is so corrupt, it is unreal. So is the IOC, International Olympic Committee. So I personally, I'm so sickened by that. The Olympics, especially, was supposed to be an amateur sport. I realize money always taints things a bit, but to me, it was a definite problem. Now with the FIFA thing, I just feel like the U.S. made a huge mistake. The guy got a red card. You can argue that he shouldn't have or it wasn't fair, but you do not make an exception to the rules, okay? Because the president of the United States made a phone call to the president of FIFA. All right, it's just not right, okay? And then it gets rescinded, and to this moment, I've been reading, they don't really have a plausible explanation as to why that happened.
Huh.
Now, what happens when every other country wants, who had somebody red carded, like I think England did? What happens there? So this is a box of worms you do not want to open up, in my opinion. I think it's definitely a problem. So yeah, so Mike's mom, the I guess the MRI showed she had the tumor, and no pain. That's good, but has experienced dizziness, and Mike has obviously been back and forth. His weekend was probably completely whacked. So Mike, just so you know, I on my end, I'm going to put a care package together for you. Give me some idea of what you're looking for, and I can make sure we put it in there. I'm so sorry to hear about what you're going through. And anyone, just like we did for Lyle, if you want to contribute, definitely let me know. I'll put it all in one big box. It has been a rough year for some of us. I know that. But yeah, I'm so sorry to hear about this. So yeah, so I think that the USA men's soccer, not through any fault of their own per se, but have probably lost some fans. And obviously every other country is going to say if they win tonight against Belgium, I think they're going to say that US men's soccer cheated. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
you can argue it however you want. And again, I don't know soccer that well. I've been told that apparently you cannot use slow mo or uh, still pics from the video to try to determine whether or not someone should be red carded because it was not called on the field. So apparently the official went back and looked at the replay, slowed it down, and then made the determination to give him a red card. So apparently that is not, that may be true, Marvel fan, but again, Marcus, I'll be honest with you, it teaches the wrong lesson. Okay. Now, I've argued with umps, but I always teach the players never argue with the umps. That's not their job. That's my job. Okay, you go out there and you hit the ball, you catch the ball, you throw the ball, you do what you have to do. That's good to hear, Mike. That's very good to hear. Yeah, I have no doubt that in the state of New Jersey, because of MetLife, we have borne some of the cost of the World Cup. And every other major city that has sponsored games has absorbed some of that. For what, I have no idea. Okay, I know around MetLife, the local businesses have been complaining because of the way that they shut off traffic, trying to push everybody onto public transportation. And I don't believe FIFA is paying the state of New Jersey or New Jersey Transit. So there's no doubt in my mind that money has come out of our tax-paying dollars to support this. And who profits from it? FIFA. And God knows who else. But we don't. And that's a problem. It's almost as bad as professional sports like NFL, like MLB, when they negotiate with the city to put up a new stadium or a new ballpark and asking us to finance it through bonds. Why are we paying for it? You're making all the profit. If you can't afford to put up a new stadium, why should we pay for it? That to me is been a big problem. You see, Marvel fan, I don't see it that way, man. Okay, there have been many unfair calls, but my question is, how come this one got changed? That's the problem I have. And I'm too old for that, CJ. Not worth it. No, I see what you're saying, but my point is, what about everyone else that got a red card? How come, do they get to go back and relitigate this? That's my
well, the
question.
leader of their country should have called FIFA and see what they could have done. Right?
But I don't think that occurs to anyone. It's beneath the office. Why are you involving yourself in this? Okay. I'm sorry. I have a problem with it. Sports is sports. Why are you involving yourself in this? Very good point, Edward. All right. So I've gotten on my soapbox and blew right through the first break. So we're going to take our first break now. FIFA. That's a good one, Jay. All right. Hang out. We'll get some books when we get back.
Symphonic verses. Nocturne's romance. A song of romanticized darkness, dreaming death by sleep.
Sure, comic books are beautiful, but underneath, there's something more authentic and exciting. The original art. See the pencils, the lines, the shading, as if you were there in the studio watching the artist work. Getting a peek at comics' backstage is easy with the original art experience.
All right, Friday night, guys. Thank you for being here. Could be doing anything. The fact that you're here means the world to me.
Nick's pieces are always value priced with your budget in mind, for the beginning collector to the veteran.
And this is gorgeous. You got Aquaman and Mira.
Join the original art experience with Nick and our friendly crew of regulars, even if it's just to enjoy the art. Fridays at 7. It's all part of the experience.
What do you call the place on Spider-Man's wrists where the webs come out? His website. I hate myself for writing that joke, but you'd make me feel so much better if you just visited our website. We have links to our merch, new release lists, all the show info, and so much more. TheEXPLive.com. Twitch. It's not just what happens when you have too many energy drinks anymore. Check out our content over there too.
We are back. All right, let's do shout outs. We haven't done that yet. Oh, the giveaway of the night. The giveaway of the night is The Walking Dead Aftermath number 192 with Michonne cover sketch by Carl C.K. Kent. Hashtag, as always, is hashtag EXP Monday, all lowercase. All right, so shout outs. First in the house, Kenneth Bird. I hope you're feeling better, my man. Mike Asbill, of course, going through some tough stuff with his mom. Preston, what's going on, bud? Marvel fan. What's going on? Space Case in the house. CJ, what's up, bud? Triple B. Let's see. Who am I missing here? Ed Weird, what's going on, buddy? Marcus, of course. Let's see. Unknown, what's happening, bud? Let's see. I know I saw more than that. Hold on. Let's see. CVB, what's going on, buddy? See here. Pete Patron. Sorry. Shit. My glasses aren't working. What's going on? Welcome, bud. Let's see. Steve V from Canada. What's going on, buddy? I think I've gotten everyone. Tate Prime, what's going on, bud? Let's see who else. Let's see. I think I saw Metal Elf. What's happening, bud? I think I got everyone. Corey is not in the house. Corey, where'd you go, bud? All right. All right. So, anything you want to share tonight, Robbie? I'm sorry. I've done most talking.
I don't know. I mean, I'll tell you this, man. I just recently revisited I Know What You Did Last Summer from 1997 is not as bad as I thought I remembered it being. I'll tell you that. So yeah, that's what I got.
Things tend to get better as you get older.
Yeah, part of the reason why me and my girl liked it so much is because it was very nostalgic. Like, we're like, man, they don't make movies like this. It's so 1997. It was like post-Scream thing. It was like Jennifer Love Hewitt, Freddie Prinze Jr., Sarah Michelle Gellar before they were really, really stars, you know? So it was a very interesting watch.
I've been watching a lot of movies like that, like war games.
Yeah, Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I remember when to get online, you had the phone receiver and you plugged it into that modem thing and it made that high squealing sound.
Yep.
I was like, oh my God. What was the other movie I just saw? Oh, crap. Oh, I can't remember. But it was in the 90s and I was amazed at how things have changed since then.
Yeah. It's fun to revisit these things, man. Like, you know, we just kicked off Action Fest. So like the first episode that we're doing on PCP Movie Night is Lionheart. That's tonight. But it all started on Wednesday on other channels, right? So like Heroes for Hire Comic Club kicked it off with Hard Boiled. Metal Elf, who was just in the chat, then joined in with Desperado. My buddy Fable at One Collection Down did Speed on Friday night. I joined them for that one. Speed was another one. I hadn't seen Speed since way back in the day. And I remember liking it, but after rewatching it, we all were like, man, Speed is one of the greatest 90s action films. And it doesn't seem like it gets talked about.
I know what movie it was. It was Lethal Weapon. You remember that scene where Danny Glover is talking on the phone and he's got that big box phone?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking, damn, man, that was a long time ago. CVB, good question. I hope not. I hope the Sixers do not get involved in LeBron sweepstakes. We don't need him. He's old. He brings too much drama into the team. So I definitely hope he's not there.
You know, I'm just glad that he's not going to be in LA because now we got some room to play with in our salary. So,
isn't it interesting? He waited until the trade deadline passed for Bronny before he made his announcement.
That was interesting. So, I mean, that's one of the big things there is we're unfortunately kind of stuck with him right now, but something will happen.
Well, I can't blame a man for protecting his son. Okay.
Oh, for sure.
So I can blame him, but still, Bronny sucks.
And I don't think the Lakers ever had any intention on keeping or wanting Bron to come back. Maybe if they could got him cheap enough for another year or something, they would have done it. But like, it's time for us to move past LeBron because when you have LeBron on your team, first of all, he's one of the greatest to play the game, especially in the modern era, right? But he's getting up there in age. He's still good. He's still way good, especially for that age. It's insane what he can actually do, but he's not consistent with it. And you also inherit him as a kind of like co-GM, right? Like he always like wants to be involved in the decisions and this and that, right? So it's kind of a little bit of a headache. I think he wants to go back to the Cavs, but I don't think the Cavs want to run it back. I really don't.
No,
I don't know.
The problem is if you have a shot like the Sixers, I think they're in a good place with Maxey, with picking up Jalen from Boston. I think Joel Embiid's got to go, but one more season, we can get out of him. But I think that the balance of Jalen and Maxey will raise their game. Okay, the problem with LeBron is if you bring him on the team, everything has to run through him. Every play has to run through him. And he's just not the player he used to be.
Agreed. 100%, man. And I don't think he wants to go to a team that's going to be contending, but I don't think contending teams want that right now.
Why would you want all that drama, all that nonsense he brings with him?
We were talking today. My homie was talking about rumors he's been hearing about a possible trade for him to Miami, or maybe Miami taking him or something. And I'm like, I don't know, man. They just got Giannis, man. They need to I don't know if LeBron needs to go back to Miami. I don't know where he would go to make that team better. Right.
I think that a team like the Nets would be a good fit, but the Nets have no shot.
Yeah, but he's not going to want to go to a team without a shot.
Right. because the
Yeah.
Nets would take him just for the ticket sales because they're in a major market. Okay, LeBron on your team, people will turn out to just watch LeBron play, at the end of his career. But no, we all know LeBron's not going to go there. But no team that is actually a contender, if the Knicks do anything, I will be shocked.
That would be ridiculous for the Knicks,
But
especially now.
Dolan, as an owner, is an idiot like that. He may do something like that.
And we know that LeBron, I mean, he wants to go to not just a contender, but a marquee team. Not like the scrubby little team that's putting it together in Charlotte or something. He wants to be like in New York or LA or Chicago or Miami or like something like that, right? Maybe Atlanta. I don't know, man.
All right, so Tom Bishop, hey buddy, Alberto, what's going on, bud? German, what are you talking about, German man? You're not a basketball fan, I take it, Marvel fan. All right, so we got a lot of books tonight. I don't know, I just kept loading it up. All right, so here we go. As always, we have the Dynamite 10-pack reader set. 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher. And as always, we have it for $5. And then we have Dynamic Forces Mystery Box. 2 CGC 9.8s or 2 metal covers or one of each, up to you. 1 virgin, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. $200 retail value guaranteed. And we have it for $85. All right. So then, as always, and still available, and remember, it helps out the XP. So if you could pop online, check it out. And if you're looking for Ben 10 number 2, it really helps us out. It is the EXP exclusive cover for Ben 10 number 2. Go ahead, Jay. Take it away, buddy.
Hold on just a second. All my little layouts are gone. So I'm going to have to do it this way. So this is the Eric Canetti UV cover, limited to less than 250 copies now. Apparently we're less than half or something like that, but it only had a 250 print run. Let me grab the link real quick. I am all out of sorts right now. Give me just a second.
Yeah, you're all right, Jay. No worries.
So you can go to this link right here for this copy. And as you know, we got number 3 on the show today. We are doing a number 3, but I don't have anything other than knowing that we're doing a number 3 as well. So
there you go.
You have this one.
Awesome.
But you also have the bundle. There we go. That one works. The bundle that includes all the covers Jay Fosgate did for number 1 and the Eric Canetti UV cover for number 2. And as soon as I hear any information about Ben 10 number 3 on the EXP side, I'll make sure I have that loaded up so you can check that out as well. So please, as Rex said, check these out. It supports the experience. And again, this is a really cool thing we're part of. Hopefully, if it keeps doing well, we'll not only get Dynamite books, maybe we'll try some other companies. So there we go.
So keep in mind, helps keep the lights on, keeps us going. And that's what we want. And I've always envisioned this as being kind of like going to your LCS and sitting around on Wednesdays and chatting with the employees, friends, people that come in to pick up their pull list. So kind of same thing. So definitely check it out. Keep us on the air. It really helps us out. So we appreciate it. If you are a Ben 10 fan, and we're not asking you to buy something you're not a fan of, but Ben 10 has been phenomenal for us. All right. Sketch covers. I also brought the ones in from last Wednesday because we didn't sell a whole lot. All right. First up, we got Deadpool number 1 with Rogue cover sketch by Jessica Court. MSRP of $149.99, and we have it for $40. And I'm going to do it again. If you buy 2 or more, I'll do it for $35 each.
It's a great deal. Y'all should take advantage of this.
Thank you. I think so as well. All right. Marvel Team Up number 14 with Spider-Man, Invincible, and Invincible cover sketch by Elfie Labello. I don't even know how to pronounce this. He is a new artist, and new artist IP price. I've got this one priced out at $30. Then we have Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 1 with Venom versus Spider-Man cover sketch by Tracy Medina. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40 as well. $35 you buy 2 or more.
We talk about sports at my comic shop, Marvel fan. I'll tell you that. We certainly do. We'll talk about anything.
There you go.
We do talk a lot about sports. A lot of us, there's a lot of comic book fans that are sports fans. I mean, we're all nerds.
Yeah. Agree. All right. Then we have Spider-Man number 1 with Spider-Man versus Vulture cover sketch
Everybody
by
hit that
Joe
thumbs up.
And we've got Nick Barucci in the house.
Slow day today. Not that many viewers.
Well, we're up to 21. Yeah, it's after the 4th. It's a little bit slower. Oh, and when you get a chance, check out Mike Asbel. He's got some bad news. His mom, he just told us his mom was diagnosed with a tumor on the brain.
I'm so sorry, Mike.
Yeah, it's been a rough year for a lot of us.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mike.
All right, so here we go. Spider-Man number 1 with Spider-Man versus Vulture cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40. Yeah, right, Marcus. All right. Then we have New History of the DC Universe with Starman cover sketch by Gordon Purcell and Mariano. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40 as well.
No, we don't see a lot of Golden Age Starman. This is really cool, man.
Right?
Somebody take advantage of John not being here and snag this up.
All right. So if you buy 2 or more sketch covers tonight, I'll do them for $35 a piece. All right. Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 1 with Miles Spidey cover sketch by Tony Scott. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40 as well.
I really like this one, man. Tony Scott is a talented artist, but every once in a while he blows me away with one, and this one is one of those times.
All right. Then we have the Thing cover sketch by Will Torres and Jocanda Hernandez. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40 as well.
What a revolting development that is.
Yes, CVB, thank you. Me too. FF number 1 with Mr. Fantastic versus Silver Surfer by Elvis Cardona. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40 as well. Then Fantastic Four number 1 with Black Bolt cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40. And remember, if you buy 2 or more sketch covers tonight, I'll do them for $35 a piece. Then we have FF number 1 with Mr. Fantastic cover sketch by Joe Mangini. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40 as well. Then Human Torch cover sketch collage. Kirby homage. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40 as well. Then Silver Surfer Black number 1 with Thing cover sketch by John Pleak.
I really like this one. I like this one a lot.
I do too. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40 as well. Then we have FF number 1 with Thing and Herbie cover sketch by Mike LaPorretta. This one I really like.
A bit of a 4 theme for the Fantastic Four for 4th of July. Is that what's going on
Yes,
here,
sir.
Rex? Yeah, I like it.
That's true. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40. Action Comics number 419 with Superman cover sketch by John Mangini. MSRP of $149.99. And we have this one for $40 as well. Then Superman number 1 with Superman cover sketch by Gordon Purcell and Mariano Nicieza. MSRP of $149.99. And we have this one for $40 as well. All right. On that note, I blew past the second break as well. All right, Jay, let's go ahead and take the second break. We'll be right back, and we'll get to the rest of the books. I got a ton tonight. So hang out. We'll be right back.
Programming on the EXP is made possible by viewers like you, or your local comic shop, or that Kickstarter you backed, or the publisher you like, or comic industry professionals who want to share a message with the world. Really, anyone who wants to advertise with us can. If you're interested in seeing a product you know and love, or are creating, or are publishing, or are involved with, advertised here on The Experience, and having your message shared with our viewers, please reach out by scanning the QR code below or visiting our website and using the contact form.
Whoa. Whoa. Did you miss it? Yeah, they can go by pretty fast. Let's slow down the footage.
Welcome. It's time to skim some comics. Miles Morales Spider-Man, I will just tell you that Miles is very important in his role as a vampire. So
It's fine. If you like Hercules, read it. If you don't like it, don't worry about it. It's fine.
The art is still stunning. There's a panel, little spoiler, there's a panel in this where Chitauri first hits Lion-O, and he is the best "did she really just hit me" face I've ever seen put in a comic book.
Wow, live reviews of new comic books so you can be ready for New Comic Book Day. What is this? Oh, I see. It's Minute to Skim It. Part of the experience. FOC, a comic industry term for the final day a new comic can be ordered by a local comic shop. So, what does that mean to you? Well, it's your last chance to order a new comic book from your local comic shop. Order up! The FOC show will go over every book that's about to be cut off every Friday afternoon.
I'm going to highlight some of the stuff that I think is really worth paying attention to,
so that you can put in an order at your LCS for as many copies or as many variant covers as you want.
Sometimes the store needs to know to up their orders.
Never miss out on a popular comic again. Order up, part of the experience.
In a world where you hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel, that'd be really great. Thanks.
We are back. All right, so Absolute Batman number 21, the 125 ratio. We still have it by Chris Brunner and Rico Renzi. I have multiples of this one, and we've got it for $6.50 each. Then the Dynamic Forces exclusive cover of Absolute Batman number 21 by Jay Lee. This one is a trade dress variant. We have this one for $15. I also have multiples of this one. Then we have the version of this, and we've got that for $25. Then we have the exclusive set of the trade and the version, and we've got MSRP of $40, and we have it for $35. Then we also have the Absolute Batman number 21 Jay Lee DF exclusive trade foil variant. And we've got the foil for $25. And then we have the Absolute Batman number 21 J. Lee Dynamic Forces complete set. It has the trade dress, the Virgin, and the trade foil variant. MSRP of $65, and we have it for $55. Get all three on that one. No, wait. No, that's actually 1, 2, 3. Yeah, right? Yes.
Yeah, that's 3. All 3.
All right. Then we have Black Cat number 1. Last pass on these. The high-end limited edition, limited to only 100 printed. MSRP of $50. I've got this one for $30. You know what? The hell with it. I'll do this one for $25. Half price, people. Then New Champions number 1, 1:100 ratio by Art Germ. I love this cover. MSRP of 100. I have this one for $25. So quarter of the price. People.
Yeah, 25 for a 1/100. Art Germ's pretty dope.
Then we have Edge of Spider-Verse number 3, 1:50 ratio. It's the Virgin by Tony Daniel. MSRP of 20. We have for 15. I'll do this one for 12 tonight.
Nice. This is a great cover too. I love that lightning bolt behind him. Just a nice mood on this one.
All right. Aliens versus Avengers number 1, 1/100. Brooks Virgin variant. MSRP of 50. I had it at 40. I'll do this one at 35.
Rex is going ham tonight, y'all. Take advantage of it.
Just get something moving.
Crazy.
All right, so these are still up there, and this may be the last pass for this one as well. The Slabs, Mumra, the Ever Living number 1, Crease Lee variant, CGC 9.8. Had that one for 75. Then we have the Virgin 9.8. Had that for 75 as well. Then Red Sonja Reborn number 6 Ito variant, CGC 9.8. Had that for 100. Then we had the Virgin 9.8. And we had that one for 100. Then Sonja Reborn number 4 Ito variant, CGC 9.8. Had that for 100. Then we have the Virgin variant, also 9.8, and we have that one for 100 as well. And finally on the slabs, we have Thundar the Barbarian, number 2, Ito variant, CGC 9.8. Have that for 100. And then Thundar the Barbarian number 2 Virgin Ito variant, CGC 9.8. Have that for 100 as well. All right, so we've got some Mark Spears, your buddy. All right.
I've heard of the guy.
Yeah, I think you have. All right, so Monsters and the Wolf and Mark Spears Monsters number 8. And we've got a whole mess of different covers. So first off, we got the Monster and the Wolf number 1, cover A05. Got that for $5. Then we have the Monster and the Wolf number 1, cover A25. It's a blind bag variant, one of the blind bag variants. Have that for $5. Then Monster and the Wolf number 1, cover A09, blind bag variant. Have that for $6.
Those kids done pulled up on the wrong house for Halloween.
You think? And then the Monster and the Wolf number 1, cover A13. Have that for $7.50.
Like this old school vibe on this one. This is nice.
Right. All right. Then the Monster and the Wolf number 1, cover A08. It's a blind bag variant. Have that for $5. Then Mark Spears Monsters number 8, cover A14. Have that for $5. Then Mark Spears Monsters number 8, cover A25. Have that for $5.
This is a good one. I love this one. This is dope.
All right. Then Mark Spears Monsters number 8, cover A09, blind bag variant. Have that for $5. Then Mark Spears Monsters number 8, cover A18. It is also a blind bag variant. And we have that for $5. So someone here ripped out, open all the blind bags to get these covers out. Just so you know. So we did the work for you. Mark Spears Monsters number 8, cover A21, blind bag variant. And we have that one for $5. All right. Time for a recap. Here we go. So if you joined us late, the giveaway is The Walking Dead Aftermath number 192 with the Michonne cover sketch by Carl C.K. Kent. Hashtag, as always, EXP, EXP, hashtag EXP Monday, rather. Sorry. Yeah, thank Marcus. All lowercase. Dynamite 10-pack Regis set. 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher. And as always, we have for $5. Then we have the DF Mystery Box, 2 CGC 9.8s, or 2 metal covers, or one of each, up to you. 1 virgin, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. $200 retail value guaranteed. And we've got it for $85. And then we have Ben 10 number 2 XP exclusive cover. And Jay, if you could throw out the links for us. All right. Then Jay will throw up the links in a second. There you go. Helps us out. Helps the XP out. Check them out. All right. Then Deadpool number 1 with Rogue cover sketch by Jessica Court. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40. Marvel Team Up number 14 with Spider-Man Invincible cover sketch by Elfie Labalo. Oh man, my best shot at it. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $30. A new artist IP introductory price. Then Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 1 with Venom versus Spider-Man cover sketch by Tracy Medina. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40 as well. Then Spider-Man number 1 with Spider-Man versus Vulture cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40 as well. New History of the DC Universe with Starman cover sketch by Gordon Purcell and Mariano. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $40. Remember, if you buy 2 or more sketch covers tonight, I'll do them for $35 each. Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 1 with Miles Spidey cover sketch by Tony Scott. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40. The Thing cover sketch by Will Torres and Joconda Hernandez. And I spelled Hernandez wrong. Sorry about that, Jay. It is not Hernandez. It's Hernandez.
I didn't catch it either, so you're good.
Oh, man. Getting old. All right. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40 as well. FF number 1 with Mr. Fantastic versus Silver Surfer by Elvis Cardona. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40. Fantastic Four number 1 with Black Bolt cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $40 as well. Then FF number 1 with Mr. Fantastic cover sketch by Joe Mangini. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40. Then Human Torch cover sketch collage. It is a Kirby homage. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for you. Silver Surfer Black #1 with Thing cover sketch by John Pleak. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40. $35 if you buy two more. Maya. Gotcha, Maya. All right, so let me make sure I get the right ones. So
pickups, Maya.
You mean Black Bolt, I assume, Maya. And then the Human Torch one, right? So the Human Torch collage, right? Just making sure, buddy. All right. So then we have FF #1 with Thing and Herbie cover sketch by Mike Laporetta. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40. Gotcha, Maya. Action Comics #419 with Superman cover sketch by John Mangini. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40. $35 if you buy two or more. I know, Kenneth. You told us about it last week. I'm so sorry about that, man. Superman #1 with Superman cover sketch by Gordon Purcell and Mariano. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $40. So Absolute Batman #21, 125 ratio by Chris Brunner and Rico Renzi. I have this one for $650. Absolute Batman #21, Jay Lee Dynamic Forces exclusive trade variant. I have that for $15. Absolute Batman #21, Jay Lee Dynamic Forces exclusive Virgin. Have that for $25. Absolute Batman #21, Jay Lee Dynamic Forces exclusive trade dress and Virgin variant set. MSRP of $40, and we have it for $35. Absolute Batman #21, Jay Lee Dynamic Forces exclusive trade foil variant. Have that for $25. Then a set of all three, the Jay Lee covers. DF trade dress, Virgin, and trade foil. Get all three. MSRP of $65. Get all three for $55. Then last pass on these. Black Bat #1, high-end limited edition of only 100. Suggested retail of $50, and I had it at $30. I dropped that to $25. New Champions #1, 1/100 Art Journal variant. Suggested retail of 100. I have this. I dropped this one to $25. Edge's Spider-Verse #3, 150 ratio Virgin by Tony Daniel. I had it at 20 and then had it at 15, then dropped it to 12. Aliens vs. Avengers #1, 1/100 Brooks Virgin variant. MSRP of $50. Had it at 40, dropped at 35. Then the slabs. Mumra the Ever Living #1 Crease Lee variant. CGC 9.8. Have that for $75. Have the Virgin variant. It's 9.8. Have that for $75 as well. Then Red Sonja Reborn #6 Ito variant. CGC 9.8. Have that for $100. Then the Virgin variant by Ito, also at 9.8. Have that for $100. Red Sonja Reborn #4 Ito variant, CGC 9.8. Have that for $100. Then the Virgin Also 9.8 had that for 100. Then Thundar the Barbarian, number 2, Ito. Variant, CGC 9.8, had that for 100. Then Thundar the Barbarian, number 2, Virgin variant by Ito. Also 9.8, and I had that for 100. Then if you collect Mark Spears, the Monsters, and Monster and the Wolf, I've got a whole mess of different covers of issues number 1, Monster and the Wolf, and Monsters number 8. All right, so first off, we got the Monster and the Wolf number 1, cover A05. Have that for $5. The Monster and the Wolf number 1, cover A25. It's a blind bag variant, one of the blind bag variants. Have that for $5. Monster and the Wolf number 1, cover A09, blind bag variant. Have that for $6. Then Monster and the Wolf number 1, cover A13. Had that for $7.50. Monster and the Wolf number 1, cover A08, blind bag variant. Had that for $5. And Mark Spears Monsters number 8, cover A14. Had that for $5. Mark Spears Monsters number 8, cover A25. Had that for $5. Then Mark Spears Monsters number 8, cover A09, blind bag variant. Had that for $5. Mark Spears Monsters number 8, cover A18, blind bag variant. Had that for $5. And then Monsters number 8, Mark Spears Monsters number 8, cover A21, blind bag variant. Had that for $5. All right. Let's see. All right, so the book, Dynamite books coming out on Wednesday.
Got some good ones this week, Rex.
Yes, there are. Ben 10 number 3 is out on Wednesday. Cover A by Robert Carey. Cover B by Duncan Ralou. Cover C by Dustin Nguyen.
This book's just been on fire at my shop, man. We keep selling out of every printing, every new issue. It keeps outperforming the previous issue. There is a huge audience for this book out there that I think was very much I think it was undersold in the industry, honestly.
All right, cover D by Sebastian Perez. Cover E by Eric Canetti. Also, the cover artist on the EXP exclusive of issue 2. Cover G by Duncan Ralou. It's the Virgin. Then cover H, the blind bag variant. Then cover I is the 1:10 ratio Eric Canetti Virgin. Cover J, the 1:15 ratio Sebastian Perez Virgin. And then cover K, the 1:15 ratio Dustin Nguyen Virgin. Then cover L, the 1:20 ratio Robert Carey Virgin. Then cover M is the Cormac Hughes variant. Cover N is the Robert Carey foil variant. Cover O is the Robert Carey foil Virgin. Cover P, the 1:7 ratio Cormac Hughes Virgin. Then we have cover Q, the 1:7 ratio Eric Canetti foil. Then we have cover R, the 110 ratio Sebastian Perez foil. Then cover S, the 115 ratio Dustin the Wind foil. Then also out on Wednesday, Fire and Ice, Dark Wolf #1.
Hey Rex, before we move on, do you think
Yeah.
can you answer this for Dan there?
The sketch cover reprint of what? Do you know, Jay?
No clue. I thought you would.
Dan, submit the question on the submission form, or if you have my email, email me. I can find out for you. Off the top of my head, I do not know. All right, so I will try to answer the question for you. All right, so cover A by Dan Panosian. Then cover B by Stepan Ciech. Did I say that right this time?
I think so.
All right. Cover C by Joe Jusko. Some big names on these covers. Cover D by Stuart Sager. Cover E by Carrie Nord. Cover F is the blank. Cover G is the blind bag variant. Cover I is Joe Jusko Virgin. Cover J is the 110 ratio Carrie Nord Virgin. Cover K is the 115 ratio Stuart Sager Virgin. Cover L is the 120 ratio Stepan Ciech Virgin. Cover M is the 125 ratio Dan Panosian Virgin. Then also out on Wednesday, Altered States Warlords #2, cover A by Joseph Michael Linsner. Cover B by Mike Ruth. Cover C by Mariano Benitez Chapo. Cover D is a cosplay variant. Oh, thank you, Jay. I didn't even notice that.
YouTube sometimes, folks. Trust me, I didn't want to cover it, but I also didn't want to run the shows on Facebook for 3 weeks either.
That's true.
Good point. I did not. I was moving so fast this morning, I didn't even notice. All right. So then we have cover F, Joseph Michael Linsner Virgin. Cover G is the 110 ratio cosplay Virgin. Cover H, the 115 ratio Mariano Benitez Chapo Virgin. Cover I is the 120 ratio Mike Ruth Virgin. And cover J is a Joseph Michael Linsner black and white. Cover K is a 1-5 ratio Joseph Michael Linsner black and white Virgin. Cover L is a 1-7 ratio Mariano Benitez Chapo black and white Virgin. Then also out on Wednesday, Thundercats and Silverhawks #4, cover A by Declan Shalvey. Cover B by Lucho Perillo.
I'm so glad this project exists. I'm eating it up.
Cover C by Eric Canetti. Cover D by Chuma Hill. Cover E is the animation art variant. Cover G is the 1:10 ratio animation art virgin. Cover H is the 1:10 ratio Chuma Hill virgin. Cover I is the 1:15 ratio Eric Canetti virgin. Cover J is the 1:15 ratio Lucho Perillo virgin. And cover K is a 1:20 ratio Declan Shalvey virgin. Cover L Declan is the Declan Shalvey black and white. Cover M is the 1:7 ratio Declan Shalvey black and white virgin. All right, so what else we got coming out? All right, also coming out from Disney, Aladdin #1, cover A by Nicoletta Balderi.
Very excited for this one. James III, actor, comedian, writer, continuing the story of Aladdin. So this picks up after the movie. Perfect for fans of Aladdin. If you have any in your life, even if that person is you, snatch these up. Some great covers too.
All right, cover B by Natasha Bustos. Cover C by J. Scott Campbell. Cover D, the Agnes Eternal cartoon head variant. Cover E is the blank authentics variant. Cover F is the blind bag. Cover H is J. Scott Campbell virgin. Cover I is a 1:10 ratio Natasha Bustos black and white. Cover J is the 1:10 ratio Agnes Eternal cartoon head virgin variant. Cover K is the 1:15 ratio Natasha Bustos black and white virgin. And we really are like tonight. Guess everyone's all partied out from the 4th. Cover L is the 1:20 ratio Natasha Bustos virgin. And cover M is the 1:25 ratio Nicoletta Balderi virgin. And those are books coming out on Wednesday. All right, so what time is the game with against the U.S. against?
It's I think it's in like 30 minutes. I think it's right as we wrap up this show. I think it's 8 your time, 7 my time, I believe.
So I don't know. I mean, what are everyone else's thoughts? I'm curious.
Hey
I
man,
think it's bad luck.
all the corruption and all that kind of stuff, it looks bad. Me personally though, man, if the USA like makes a go at it, there's always something inside of me that would be excited, but it would be tainted for certain.
I know who said it earlier, but for me, watching the Women's World Cup is more exciting. Because
the women's US team is actually good.
They're legit. Yeah, they're legit.
They're legit. Like, yeah, men's US, like soccer, international football, whatever you want to call it, like we just never really, it would be a big deal, but it wouldn't especially after this. And I looked up a little bit while you were going through the Rex cap, right? And I was like, man, Trump really like went out of his way to make sure that everybody knew that he was the one involved, right? To like help it out, like to talk to the judges or whatever. So it's just so
That's-
weird because that's not that's not the leader of a country's job, you know. But I don't know.
you have other
It's
things to
weird,
do?
man.
Yeah, don't you have other things that are more important than this?
One
So,
would think it would
Alberto-
just make it feel very scripted, man. Like if the U.S. wound up winning and making a go, it's
Yeah,
in
I
the
know.
U.S. during the 250th. You know, like I mean, if I was
Alberto-
writing it, that's what I would do. The U.S. would go all the way and probably wind up winning. But you know,
Alberto, I agree with you. Well, I don't know. I'm not that big a soccer fan that I can really say, but I've heard the controversy. The problem is, you see, have they done that for anyone else?
see, this is like
That's
some
my
high
point.
school stuff, isn't it, Rex? Like where like the geography teacher changes the grade of the star player so he doesn't like lose like an academic scholarship or lose the ability to play because of suspension or something,
You
right?
see, Marvel fan, I don't believe it's the left. Okay, I think it's an issue of, as a sports fan, I care, Marvel fan. There are, what did we do with the Patriots in 2001, 2002?
That's not when Inflategate was going on, right? That was later than that, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
To me, the point is, you can agree with the call, you can disagree with the call. Okay, that's part of it. I understand, but they said it was unappealable by the U.S. Okay, if there was an appeal process, that's one thing. Okay. I'm sorry. I think if your best player on the team, the one that scores a goal in every World Cup match, was was suspended for one game, and then all of a sudden you bring him back, I think it would have been a big deal, whether Trump made the call or not. Okay, because what is the justification for overturning it? I think it could be overturned. That's my issue with it. All of a sudden, it seems like the rules that FIFA had, either FIFA has no clue what they're doing. Well, I am not Alberto. I am not a soccer fan, so the U.S. men's team, I don't even know who the players are really. All right. I guess the point is, because it hasn't, there's no precedent. So in the World Cup, has someone else, okay, had their red card overturned? Because when the U.S. tried to appeal, which with good reason, because what I hear is the reason is that you cannot, while reviewing the play on replay, you cannot slow it down, and you cannot see it in still shots. So my question is, has it happened in the World Cup before? So Marvel fan, that is something I will wholeheartedly disagree with. FIFA is so corrupt, I believe they would do anything if they thought there was money at the end of the day. Because I will say this much, what they did to the host countries, especially, I don't know about any other state, but I've been watching what they've been doing. I've been watching what they've been doing to New Jersey Transit, to the state as a whole. Okay, they're hurting small businesses around MetLife. So, Marvel fan, maybe some are. I don't disagree with that, but I'm not. Okay, I'm upset because FIFA is so corrupt, and what I don't like the look. So now, no matter what, a win is not necessarily a win. That's just the way it is. Okay, it's more satisfying to win when you feel like you're a victim of an unjust call. Okay, several days passed. They said it was unappealable, and now all of a sudden you're reversing it. It just seems fishy to me. Okay, if this was the NFL or MLB, to this day, Robbie brings up a good point. When they did not punish the Astros, we are still incensed about it. Okay,
Yes.
and from now to the end of time, we believe the Astros did not truly win that series. Okay, and that's what doing this. Okay, and to Alberto's argument, again, I don't know because I'm not a soccer fan. But if he isn't the best player on the team, then what do we need him for? Okay, what is the big deal? Play without him. You should be deep enough to play without one player. Okay. So I have no problem with the replay, but it should happen right then and there. You do not go back and reverse a call that you've made. So to me, that just several days have passed. Okay. What if the U.S. had lost that game? Then what? You know what I'm saying? Do they get the win now? It just opens up a can of worms that you cannot. No, I'm upset the Astros cheated, period.
Marcus cracking.
Who the hell was president?
That was great.
Okay.
The Astros are cheaters and they don't deserve that win. I'm just saying.
Exactly. I agree. So I'm just saying, people. That's all I'm saying. All right. So we're going to take a last and final break. Let's see. Alberto, so I don't understand soccer all that well. If we were talking about the NFL, I could talk more intelligently about it. But in a sense, the suspension, isn't that the normal process? Aren't you suspended for the immediate game after? Okay. Isn't that always what happens with a red card? So in the World Cup, has it happened before is my question. I don't know. In this one, I don't think so, but I might be wrong. So, all right. So we're going to take a break. We'll be right back, and we will do a full recap. I think we have enough time.
So, the show is called The Geek Chat. And really, there's just a couple of geeks.
I'm Rich.
I'm Dez.
And we are your hosts for this weekly guide into comic bookery and all the geeky stuff that goes with it.
And that pretty much says it all. They talk about the latest movies and shows.
Okay, I'll be completely honest with you. Overall, D+ movie.
So the end. Did you know who that is?
That's She-Ra, yeah.
Yes.
The new #1 comics of the week.
We rep Samuel Jackson and we rep Mace Windu.
I passed on this. I was like...
No regrets.
No regrets. I really wanted to like this book. I really did. Like, I really did.
And just chat with each other. And with you.
Oh, Daniel says, I dosed off with the first one. I have zero interest in the Joker Harley ship, not Harley herself. Enjoy, not for me. Yeah, this movie's gonna be rough for me to sit through, I'll be honest.
The Geek Chat, Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Just a couple of honest geeks.
Let's be honest. Come on.
And that is why people watch us, because we're honest.
Giving their honest opinions.
And the thing you always have to remember about the internet is everyone has an opinion, and they all suck.
Part of the experience.
Download our app on Google Play and the App Store. It's so simple, even my mommy can use it. Did you know that Arthur, King of the Britons, in Monty Python and the Holy Grail was played by a famous Graham? Check out another famous Graham by following our Instagram.
right, so Marvel fan, I want to answer that question. I don't want the USA to lose. I feel like they've been put in a position that no matter what they do, they end up losing. If they win, the rest of the world will say they're cheaters. They had to cheat to win. If they lose, then they once again, yeah, even cheating they can't win. So you put them in a no-win situation. I don't blame the players; it's not their fault. But I will say this, okay? It has nothing to do with politics, Trump, or anything. Although I think that the president of the United States, especially in this time of the world, has better things to do than make a phone call to the FIFA president. But let me say this. The one thing as a coach, I've always taught my girls, you win with dignity and you lose with dignity. Okay. Now, if it's within the rules, you push the limits of that rule as much as you can. Okay. Do they leave early sometimes? I go, listen, if you get called, you get called for it. But you absolutely are trying to get off that base, because in softball, you cannot leave the base until after the pitch has been thrown. Okay. After the ball leaves the hand. Now, you tell me, especially if you have one ump on the field, how you can see that and call balls and strikes. You can't. All right. So you take advantage of that. That's part of the rules. I don't know how many of you watch college softball, but cheering is a big part of it. Okay. The only rules about cheering is that you cannot cheer as the pitchers, you can't get louder and more intense as the pitcher is getting ready to do her windup and release the ball. Okay. So if you're going to cheer loud, you have to cheer loud consistently through the entire time. Okay. That's part of the rules as well. Years ago, the first team my daughter and I coached, we played a team. I'll call them out because they've called me out years later on the Facebook. A team called the Hamilton Hurricanes. When we started, we played them way in the fall. They kicked our butts. They kicked our asses. Okay, we were not ready for them. They weren't that good, but we were not ready. We were a hot mess. Errors all over the place. We got better. The next time we played them, they looked past us. They figured, oh, we beat them last time, so we'll beat them again. Our team was improved. They did not win. They were struggling. We were hitting dingers all over the place. They got mad because our girls were cheering. Okay, and then normally I ignore that stuff. Then they started to attack my daughter. Now we have a problem. Okay, so it went back and forth. Okay. And we were on fire that tournament. Even my friend from the Mystics, he had another 14U team at the time. He looked past us as well through his worst pitcher, and we smushed him. Okay, he was not happy. But that team then tried to call us. We played them again in what we call U-Trip states. They were so out of control. They were so upset again losing, and they called us cheaters because cheering is part of softball. Banging on stuff, cheering. As long as you're consistent, you're not personally attacking another human being, you can do that. We met them in states. We had brought up a new girl. She actually moved up in age. She was playing 12U. We moved her up to 14. With the paperwork, her mom made a mistake. Instead of her daughter's name, she put her own name on the website. This team tried to call us on a technicality. Luckily, my parents had the birth certificate in the car, paused the game for about 30 minutes as phone calls going back and forth. They lost their mind because in softball, you have to pay $100 to protest. If you win, you get your money back. If you lose the money. Keeps you from making errant protests for no reason. They lost the protest because we could prove that she was not only of age, she was younger than she should have been. She was still 12U eligible that year. Okay. And to me, that's what we're talking about. Okay. When you call somebody up and have them, was it fair? I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. But I'm sorry. When you call up and you try to make an exception, that's a problem for me. And that's why I coach softball. All right. So there you go. That's my last 2 cents about a game I really don't care about. I'm sorry, guys. I am Super Pro 1. Foosballs for the devil. Shaolin Soccer. Good movie.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so let's do a full recap. All right, so the giveaway tonight is The Walking Dead Aftermath number 192 with Michonne cover sketch by Carl C.K. Kent. As always, we have Dynamite 10-pack reader set, 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher. As always, we have for $5. I'm not. I spend way more time talking about a sport I really don't watch or care about very much.
Yeah.
Don't really understand.
I mean, I wish I didn't know that, Rex. Honestly, I wish you didn't tell me, and I could just be like, "Yo, go USA."
No, listen. If the only time I've watched World Cup soccer or soccer of any type was when the women were playing, because they were legit. They were legit fighting to win it. Okay, whereas the men has always sucked compared to the rest of the world. We suck.
Well, I mean, we don't suck, but we're like mid. We're like mid. We're mid. There are countries that have worse teams than us, man.
No, everyone was surprised when we won during pool play. Everyone, including U.S. sports commentators, like, wow, that's never happened. The last time it happened was 20 something. Okay, so the men's team sucks. The women's team, though, were competitors. So I follow them. Okay, when the World Cup season comes around. And Olympics, obviously. All right, DF Mystery Box. 2 CGC 9.8s or 2 metal covers or one of each. Up to you. 1 virgin, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. $200 retail value guaranteed, and we have for $85. Ben 10 number 2 EXP exclusive cover. Check out the website and help us out if you can. Much appreciated. All right. I can't believe these sketch covers. This one has not gone, especially. Deadpool number 1 with Rogue cover sketch by Jessica Court. MSRP of $149.99, and we have 40.
And remember, everybody, if you buy 2 of the sketch covers, they go down to $35.
All right.
2 for $7.
I know. I am going way off on tangent. Steve, that's true. All right. But let me say this. It's not like the U.S. pays for it. Take it from someone who has put his daughter through youth and women's athletics, okay, and played in college. Absolutely, Maya. You tell me which ones you want.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
That's nice and very nice to donate one to Mike. All right. All right. Alberto's claiming the court. Gotcha, Alberto. All right. So that's true. And standard of living in this country has been higher. I know that than third world countries around the planet. Okay. But
remember, Alberto, you can get it for $35 if you get a second sketch cover as well.
Deadpool, silver thing. What's the silver thing? I need a little bit more help than that.
I think that's supposed to be Silver Surfer.
Oh, okay.
And the Deadpool one was already claimed, Maya.
All right. So Maya, you mean the FF number 1, I assume. I hope that's what you mean. I think that's the only Surfer one we have. All right. So, well, let's see if Maya's. All right. Hold off, Alberto.
Let's run through them. Let's run through them again, Rex, right?
That's what you were doing. Let's do it.
And everybody remember, these are some really good deals, y'all.
All right, you got Marvel Team Up number 14 with Spider-Man and Invincible cover sketch by Elfie Lebelo. I hope I'm saying that right. Silver Surfer Returns. Which one is that? All right. All right. So I'll run through them. Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 1 with Venom versus Spider-Man cover sketch by Tracy Medina. Spider-Man number 1 with Spider-Man versus Vulture cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. New History of the DC Universe with Starman cover sketch by Gordon Purcell and Mariano Nicieza. Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 1 with Miles Spidey cover sketch by Tony Scott.
Love this one. This is my favorite of the night right here.
The Thing cover sketch by Will Torres and Jocana Hernandez. FF #1 with Mr. Fantastic cover sketch by Joe Mangini. Let's see. Silver Surfer Black with Thing cover sketch by John Pleat.
Oh, is that the one that
Maybe.
they were talking about? That's
Just let me know mine.
That's a really dope one right there.
FF #1 with Thing and Herbie cover sketch.
Yep, that's the one. Unknown said. That's the Pleek Thing. Yeah.
All right. I'll let my answer. Let's see. Action Comics #419 with Superman cover sketch by John Mangini. Superman #1 with Superman cover sketch by Gordon Purcell and Mariano Nicieza. All right, those are the sketch covers. Yeah, I figured unknown. All right, so Morales. Spider-Man. All right, so hold on. So the Mike Morales. Hold on. Okay, so this one is my going to Mike. Okay, and the other one is the Silver Surfer Black with Thing. Just confirm for me, Maya. So I did want to answer Steve V. So the thing about it is, although this country as a whole has more money, the government and no one pays for any of these athletes. The U.S. soccer team, okay, they make less than men, but it's not even that. Okay. We pay out of pocket. You want your kid to be a world-class athlete, you got to pay for it. The family has to pay for it. The government does not give you anything. It's not like China. Got you, Maya. It's not like China. It's not like Russia. Okay, it's not like communist countries where the government pays for you to train. We have to pay for it. So that's coming out of our pocket. So the fact that the U.S. women's soccer is as good as they are is something you can thank their families for, thank the athletes for, but you can't thank the U.S. government. It's not a question of that. Okay. One of the biggest complaints you get from parents in softball is the amount of money it costs. We're actually pricing out those. Used to be baseball stars came out playing with their friends on the sandlot, if you will. Now you have to pay to play. Okay. You're paying thousands of dollars every year to play travel, to play club. Okay. To play showcase so college coaches come out to see you.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the model that dance teams and cheerleaders have been going on for decades, right? You know, like it's very expensive to put your kid through athletics, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's no joke. So it's not like it's not like the government or the country itself is supporting this. It's the parents, it's the athletes, okay, and somebody trying to make a buck. It's always somebody when they see a vacuum make a buck, they will. Unknown. You're right. So colleges around the country are actually having video game teams. And I got to tell you, they
do like the esports division or whatever, right? Yeah.
And they're making more money than the normal college athletes because these gaming companies are dumping tons of money into it. So they're being sponsored. All right. So here we go. All right. So let's see. All right. So Absolute Batman #21, 125 ratio, but Chris Brunner and Rico Renzi. Have that for $650. Absolute Batman #21, Jay Lee Dynamic Force exclusive trade. Have that for $15. Or trade dress, rather. Absolute Batman #21, Jay Lee exclusive Virgin. Have that for $25. Absolute Batman number 21, J. Lee DF exclusive trade and Virgin variant set. Had that for 35. Absolute Batman number 21, J. Lee Dynamic Forces exclusive trade foil. Had that for 25. And then a set of all three. Absolute Batman number 21, J. Lee trade dress, Virgin, and trade foil variant set. Had that for 55 for all three. Okay, Black Cat number 1, high and limited edition of 100. It was 30. I lowered that to 25. New Champions number 1, 1/100 Archer variant. I have that at 25. Edge of Spider-Verse number 3, 1:50 ratio. It's a Virgin by Tony Daniel. It was at 15. I lowered that to 12. Aliens versus Avengers number 1, 1/100 Brooks Virgin variant. It was at 40. I lowered that to 35. Then Mumra the Ever Living number 1 crease sleeve variant CGC 9.8. Had that for 75. The Virgin of number 1 Mumra, also 9.8. Had that for 75. Red Sonja Reborn number 6 Ito variant CGC 9.8. Had that for 100. Red Sonja Reborn number 6 Ito Virgin variant CGC 9.8. Had that for 100. Red Sonja Reborn number 4 Ito variant. It's 9.8. Have that for 100. Then Red Sonja Reborn number 4 Ito Virgin, also 9.8. Have that for 100. Dundar the Barbarian number 2 Ito CGC 9.8. Have that for 100. Dundar the Barbarian number 2 Virgin Ito variant, also 9.8. Have that for 100. All right. So, if you're a Mark Spears fan, here we go. Monsters, the Monster and the Wolf, cover A05. Have that for 5. The Monster and the Wolf number 1, cover A25, blind bag variant. Have that for 5. Cover A09, blind bag variant, Monster and the Wolf number 1. Have that for 6. Monster and the Wolf number 1, cover A13. Have that for 750. Monster and the Wolf, cover A08, blind bag variant. Have that for 5. Mark Spears Monsters number 8, cover A14. Have that for 5. Mark Spears Monsters number 8, cover A25. Have that for 5. Mark Spears Monsters number 8, cover A09, blind bag variant. Have that for 5. Mark Spears Monsters number 8, cover A18, blind bag variant. Have that for 5. And then finally, Mark Spears Monsters number 8, A21, blind bag variant. And I have that for 5. All right. So I will be back Wednesday to read off, once again, Dynamite books coming out Wednesday. Don't forget, Naked's back at the art show on Friday, this coming Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And going to have some great deals from what I hear. Robbie, what's the movie of the night again?
The movie of the night is Lionheart, kicking off the PCP movie night portion of Action Fest 2026. Jean-Claude Van Damme's Lionheart. It's going to be awesome. Super excited for that.
All right. Jay, what else we got coming up tonight?
So as always, folks, check out PCP Movie Night. Action Fest taking over 4 different channels this time.
Yes, 4 different channels. So 4 shows every week.
Yeah, so be sure to check that out. Metal Elf joining this time. That's really awesome. But come back to the EXP at 11 Eastern, 10 Central for Best Coast Comics, where they're going to be talking the latest comic news, showing off community art. It's kind of a night owl show, but if you can make it, we'd love to have you there.
All right. So there you go. I'll be back Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern with Big John Castle. It's been fun having him on the show. Yeah, it's always fun to hang out with John. John Castle. I know he had a rough year. My thoughts and prayers out to your mom, Mike Asbell, if you're still in the room. Hoping for the best, obviously. Last chance. Giveaway of the night. Walking Dead Aftermath number 192 with Michonne and cover sketch by Cole C.K. Kent. All right, so let's go ahead. One last chance. If you didn't put the hashtag in, now's the time. All right, here we go. Let's spin that wheel, Jay.
Hey,
Maya,
how cool
congrats.
is that? That's awesome. That's instant karma right there, man. That's so cool.
Yeah, it is. So, Maya, all your comics are coming free because you won the giveaway? Awesome. Yeah, that is instant karma. See, good things happen to people that do good things.
Pay it forward, y'all.
I got to tell you, one of the best things about this show is the fact that we can disagree, have healthy debates, and still enjoy each other's company, if you will. All right. And the whole world should probably watch this show and see the example.
It's so crazy when you're like, man, I really appreciate everybody being good adults. Like, that's the state of the world. That we're like,
crazy. That we actually have to be appreciative of that. Shouldn't that be the watchword of
thank you for being normal.
I love this group, and the fact that we can talk about just about anything on the show, which we pretty much have. The AC. So I did not replace the entire AC system. So they put a new fan motor in, and that seems to be doing the trick.
Awesome. Glad to hear that, man.
So that still cost me about $500, but still.
We had a heat index over the weekend of like 115, 116, something like that.
It was bad here too. It was definitely, it was in triple digits, not real feel. The actual temp was over 100.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's nuts. It's so humid. It's gross, man. You walk outside, it's like you're wrapped in 8 blankets, and they're all wet.
That's a good analogy, actually. But anyway, so I appreciate this group. I appreciate you guys. I will see you guys Wednesday. As always, thank you, Robbie. Have a good show tonight. Lionheart with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Jay, as always, thanks for correcting my mistakes and pushing all the buttons. All right. And appreciate you guys the most. All right. So I will see you guys Wednesday. Peace.